Alright, hey guys, welcome to the ProGuy94.com podcast for January 27th. It is later in the afternoon, of course. I don't know why I said that, but it is. And so let me go on and talk about what has happened in tech. I'm finally better, by the way, from where I've been sick, is why I haven't made a podcast or very many videos. But I'm finally better. I want to talk about what's going on in technology here. And let's just go on and talk and see what's going on here. I don't have any guests this time, unfortunately. I'm hoping next time I'll be able to get a guest together for you guys so we can talk about this. I am doing this live on Ustream.tv, so that way I'm actually getting some feedback on what I'm saying, so hopefully that'll help out with making this a little bit more entertaining until we can get some guests here and we can have a good time. Me and my guests can go back and forth. But anyway, let me go on and get started. In case you guys didn't know, the daily for the iPad will be announced February 2nd, which will be a subscription service for the iPhone, or excuse me, for the iPad. It's going to be really exciting, I think, to finally have a daily newspaper on the iPad. It'll be like 99 cents per week, I believe, which I do think is a little bit high. But, that's just me. It depends on how good the content is. If it has good content, then I think that 99 cents a week will be a steal. And I'm hoping that they'll also bring it to the iPhone, which would be also very wonderful. So that way it's not iPad only like iBooks was there for a while, which was really bothering. With the daily launching from News Corp, I also expect iOS 4.3 to come of that, which will have these new subscription features. As of now, iOS 4.3 has very little to nothing new via user features. It has a few developer features like an AirPlay, and I'm guessing it's going to have these subscription features also, and hopefully other magazines will jump on board with this and be able to make some really amazing stuff. Hopefully maybe the New York Times, per se, things like that, will have a subscription magazine and can make some great content. Next, let's talk about the iPad 2 and the latest rumors for that. I believe the iPad 2 is supposed to have the same screen as the current iPad, which I think is a major bummer. I hope Apple changes that in the final product. I believe they're supposed to start manufacturing this month, according to rumor. It's also going to have an SD card slot. The USB port is not going to be there anymore, I'm hearing. It's also going to be thinner and lighter and have a faster RAM or more RAM with a faster, newer processor, more than likely the A8, which is going to be very similar to the A4 chip. Let's talk about the Verizon iPhone also here. The Verizon iPhone, Verizon has announced that they will be offering the unlimited plan for $30, but that'll only be for a limited time. So if you're going to get a Verizon iPhone and you really want that unlimited data plan, jump on now. Jump on as soon as you can, because Verizon says it's only going to be for a limited time, and hopefully you'll just be able to godfather in and keep that unlimited plan like you can with AT&T. Next is the personal hotspot for the iPhone for Verizon. It's going to be $20 extra per month for a 2 gigabyte cap on that. Now, if you've got the unlimited data plan, it's unlimited as long as you're using it on your phone, but as soon as you turn on the personal hotspot, that starts counting to your 2 gigabytes. So that's what that is. And I'm really excited about this because I really think that this competition will drive prices down for the consumer for AT&T. And I think even if you're not going to jump ship to Verizon, it's still a wonderful thing. And I'm hoping this will bring prices down and will make the competition really interesting to see how this is going to work out by the time it's all said and done. Another thing was today, iTunes 10.1.2 was released, which adds CDMA iPhone support, which is also what I'm considering iOS 4.2.5, which is running on the CDMA iPhone, which enables the personal hotspot. And some kind of off notes, Macworld 2011 started today. Really exciting. I think it's a really great trade show. It's been really different since Apple left. And one day I'm hoping that I'll really be able to go to Macworld and be able to hang out and maybe even participate in some roundtable discussions if I get popular enough between then and there. Another thing, Mobile World Congress is coming up February 14th through 17th. I'm really excited about this to see how companies will compete with each other, compete with Apple, and just add to the market and really hopefully make some great products and drive innovation into the market. I always think competition's a good thing and it will always help. Next is an HP and Palm event is coming up, or an HP Palm event is coming up. I'm not exactly sure when that is. I need to check that now. But I'm really excited about to see how WebOS competes with Android and iOS in the tablet space. I think that WebOS has really suffered lately, and I think they're really going to have to start working to make a great operating system, because WebOS is not alone in the past, and I'm not giving a bright future, unfortunately. I think it's a great operating system, and I think Palm built a great operating system, but so far they haven't got the right recipe for carriers, hardware. And I think if they can get those two things together, and price, carriers, price, and hardware, are three things they've never been able to get right. For one, they launched with Sprint when the regional Palm Pre came out. They launched with older hardware, and the price wasn't really there. And as you guys saw, if you didn't see, the price went down after a few months on the Palm Pre, and most of them were returned for hardware issues because they didn't get the hardware right. So I really think that Palm really needs to step up with this one. If they can't get this one right, I think that division will ultimately be shut down in the end. And that's just one thing I think that really needs to be pushed. I think HP really, really needs to do this right. I think John Rubinstein really is on his last legs of Palm, and I think if he doesn't step up and create a great product, and soon, he's going to be in a lot of trouble. And one thing I want to talk about here, and I didn't put this in the original notes for the show that I made, is RIM, because I recently talked about this in the chat room here, is that RIM, I think, is really going to have to start pushing with the playbook and with their new Balance OS. It's supposed to balance your work life and your personal life and make a dent in the market, because I've talked to some people that are on Verizon and who have BlackBerries, and they plan on switching to the new Verizon iPhone, and they're probably never going to go back. And I think RIM or BlackBerry needs to really think of things to pull people to their platform, because right now the only real reason people are buying BlackBerries is because their IT department says you've got to have a BlackBerry because this is the only thing we support. And then most of that's changing to iPhones or Android phones. So I think that it's really going to have to be a push to get this done right, and I think if BlackBerry doesn't get this right, they're going to wind up like Palm in the end. By the time it's all said and done, I'm not saying it's going to be that this year. I'm not saying it's going to be next year. I'm not saying it's going to be the year after. But within 5 to 7 years, will RIM still be a company is what I'm wondering. And I think that's a really interesting thought. And feel free to leave a comment on pro94.com or contact me. And just give me your thoughts on that. I really find that interesting to think of, will RIM still be a company within the next few years? So I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. I know it probably wasn't that interesting just hearing me talk, but I had a lot of fun with you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. And don't forget to subscribe to the podcast in iTunes, or subscribe to me if you're listening to this on YouTube. And make sure you check out pro94.com and follow me on Twitter. I'm also pro94, proguy94 on there also. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next podcast. Have a great week. Have a great time. And enjoy the rest of your winter, because it's been snowing terribly here. So I'll see you guys in the next podcast.